Welcome to the Agpeel audiobook production of Beyond Business Continuity, Google White Paper. 3 IT Strategies for Navigating Change by Praveen Rajasekar. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Now let's go. Executive Summary. Business continuity done right is more than just backup and disaster recovery. Today, business continuity means running IT services without disruption, ensuring compliance, and staying agile to respond to the unexpected. By standardizing infrastructure and skills, strengthening reliability, and simplifying operations, you can fortify your business continuity plans, improve operational flexibility, and enable digital agility across your organization. Introduction. If change is the only constant, then organizations need to be able to respond to change as part of their business strategy. And in today's world, where technology forms the backbone of any business, ensuring uninterrupted IT services in the face of change is essential. In business circles, the discipline of managing and responding to change is referred to as business continuity. And for technology professionals, that has traditionally meant planning for and recovering from outages, with the help of backup software and disaster recovery planning that includes specific strategies, software, scenarios, and goals. For example, you might define a recovery time objective, RTO, measuring how much time an application can be unavailable without causing significant damage to the business, and a recovery point objective, RPO, measuring the tolerance of how much data can be lost before critically impacting the business. Delivering on those metrics constitutes your business continuity plan. However, businesses may also experience an ebb and flow in demand, such as during a sporting event or the holiday season, or sudden and extreme surges in demand, such as during a natural disaster or a pandemic. In this white paper, we outline the need to go beyond the traditional IT definition of business continuity and expand the definition to include enabling digital agility. Done this way, business continuity empowers organizations to pivot their go-to-market according to market conditions and the demands of their customers. In other words, business continuity is no longer solely focused on maintaining IT services, but also successfully tailoring those services to achieve business goals. Organizations that experience regular spikes in demand, for instance retailers during the holiday season, have been among the first to expand their infrastructure and operations to the cloud. For example, here is an article about how retailers manage web traffic by moving to Google Cloud. However, using a public cloud is only the first step to achieving business continuity. For many, moving to the cloud means not only managing and responding to demand, but also mitigating risks of downtime and capitalizing on new opportunities of scale. That is to say, business continuity should never be an afterthought. The recent COVID-19 pandemic showed how businesses faced both opportunities and challenges in a rapidly changing environment. Organizations delivering essential services during the crisis experienced unprecedented demand on their systems. From hospitals, healthcare providers, grocery stores, delivery services, to internet providers, telcos, government and public utilities, all were called up to rapidly scale and deliver their services without business interruptions. Other businesses such as non-essential retail, travel, and hospitality saw demand plummet, forcing them to reduce spending, delay payments and/or eliminate capital expenditures so they could remain solvent and weather the decline in their industry. Whether your organization falls into the former or latter category, or somewhere in between, we've identified 3 core IT strategies that every organization needs to master to optimize their business continuity plan and be well prepared to handle the inevitable changes up ahead. Standardize skills. Strengthen reliability. Simplify operations. Before you learn more about each of them, here is a brief overview of what Anthos is. Embracing open standards, Anthos, Google Cloud's multi-cloud and hybrid application modernization platform lets you run your applications simply, flexibly, and securely. Anthos enables containerized microservices architecture for your applications, while letting you scale your infrastructure resources up and down, in a high availability configuration. Anthos provides consistent policy and configuration management and observability through built-in monitoring signals, to deliver a zero-trust model of security. Anthos allows you to build and deliver secure and reliable services at every step of your software development and deployment journey. All this helps to decouple IT infrastructure from applications, so IT operations and development teams can work independently. In this white paper, we'll also discuss ways to use Onthos to shore up your business continuity plans, improve operational flexibility, and enable digital agility for your business. Standardize skills. Variety may be the spice of life, but not for IT. Organizations with disparate IT systems have higher maintenance costs, as technology silos are harder to manage and secure. Heterogeneity can also slow down innovation and impede business agility. With some legacy systems, these problems are exacerbated by the fact that people resist change and tolerate lower performance from existing applications. Further, maintaining these legacy systems becomes harder as people with the necessary skills become scarce. Case in point, during the recent pandemic, the state of New Jersey put out an urgent need for COBOL programmers. What can you do to fix this? Much like how World Wide Web and Android OS standards spawned the growth of browser-based and mobile applications, you need a solution that lets you incrementally adapt the IT systems onto an open, extensible platform. That platform should also support the existing applications as well as the cloud-native applications that you want to build. In addition, a platform using open-source software-based tools provides greater access to talent and helps avoid vendor lock-ins. In summary, you need a platform that can help you modernize and standardize IT across your organization, and give you access to the skills of today and tomorrow. For organizations looking to standardize their IT and empower developers, we recommend Onthos, an application modernization platform that democratizes access to containers, serverless and service mesh technologies and enables microservices-based application architecture. With Onthos, developers can write apps once and operators can deploy them anywhere. Onthos is built on the established open-source technologies of Kubernetes, Istio, and native and provides access to tools such as Migrate for Onthos to modernize your existing applications without the need for specialized skills. Regardless of the type of platform or workload you use, Linux or Windows, stateful or stateless, AI or ML, complex or simple web apps, API or backend services, Onthos is a powerful vehicle for IT standardization. Strength and reliability. More money can't fix bad spending habits. Similarly in IT, it's not about whether you have enough budget, it's about how you use your budget allocations. It's not always easy to predict demand during dynamic situations, but you nevertheless need to provide reliable, uninterrupted services. In those times, having the flexibility to both scale your IT resources up and down without downtime and penalties is also important. Applications must be architected for scalability, high availability, and automated change management. You will need a flexible solution that can holistically strengthen both the scalability and availability of your IT services. And that solution needs to be more than a standalone backup and disaster recovery plan targeted at reducing RTO and RPO. It should enable developers to build apps that scale up and down without any downtime or code changes, avoid outages and adhere to your organization's compliance requirements. Onthos provides the flexibility and control you need to automate your IT operations on your terms, with scalability and availability included to respond to unexpected swings in demand. Features such as industry-first 4-way auto-scaling for your Kubernetes infrastructure resources and multi-cluster support let you reduce operating overhead and scale up and down as needed. You can minimize the risk of disruption to your services, as well as expedite the upgrade process through unique features like surge upgrades and release channels. Multiple cluster options including regional and zonal clusters increase availability of your IT infrastructure with financially backed SLAs. Onthos also enables data protection through disk snapshots stored in any regional or multi-regional locations across Google Cloud, and disks that can be attached to regional clusters and failover if a zone fails. You can combine these with Onthos-enabled software from the Google Cloud Marketplace, to enable high-availability applications, such as Kasten K10, Portworx Enterprise, Robin Storage, Appranix APS. Simplify operations. Complexity is the enemy of execution for IT operations. At the end of the day, most operators still spend most of their time maintaining and operating complex infrastructure. Once you standardize your platform and skills, and strengthen the reliability of your services, the next step is to consolidate your day-to-day monitoring, logging and telemetry operations. This can be very challenging given that many IT environments span multiple locations, adding complexity in terms of resource management and availability. But simplifying your operations is essential if you want to move beyond infrastructure management and work on projects that help your business stay ahead, such as using the latest in AI and ML to improve customer experience. At Google, Site Reliability Engineering (SRE) teams help manage the complexity of operations and are responsible for the availability, latency, performance, efficiency, change management, monitoring, emergency response, and capacity planning of services. Learnings from SRE teams indicate that the operational procedures used to run IT services must impose minimal manual work and cognitive load on operators, while ensuring rapid mitigation of failures. It is also important to provide tooling for developers to address stability issues before they reach production. You need a unified and reliable model for computing, networking, and management across clouds and data centers, complete with metrics and key performance indicators, KPIs. Ideally, you want a declarative approach that lets you specify the end state rather than the steps to achieve it, along with the signals to manage the lifecycle. This is particularly helpful for organizations that operate in different regions, each with different policies and a wide variety of development, testing, staging, and production environments that require different access controls. Anthos dashboards provide the metrics needed to run your operations like Google SRE teams do. Within Anthos, you also have a way to create logical sets of infrastructure resources regardless of the underlying platform. By grouping and managing sets of resources as logical structures called environs, you can organize and declaratively specify what you need to do, be it gathering business insights over the entire system, configuring settings for a development environment, or finding troubleshooting data for a specific resource. Using environs, each part of the functional stack takes declarative commands about configuration, compliance, and more, automating change management. In addition, modern C/CD on Anthos embraces a development approach that is intended to find and prevent defects early in the software delivery process and uses templates that makes it easy to manage security policy. This means that issues are addressed during build and testing phases, not in production. It allows you to bring your operations teams together, cutting down on silos and the proliferation of tools. Read and share the Environs Introduction and Best Practices Guide with your IT professionals to find out how Anthos helps you reduce the complexity and consistently deliver IT services across locations in today's multi-cloud and hybrid IT environments. You can also have your developers try Anthos through a sample deployment on Google Cloud. Conclusion: business continuity is much more than having a backup. Done right, it can also empower digital agility for your organization, preparing you well for navigating changes of all kinds, now and in the future. By implementing the aforementioned strategies, you not only move beyond business continuity toward digital agility, but also lay a solid IT foundation for business innovation. To learn more about how Anthos lets you achieve this next-generation business continuity, contact sales today. As a distributed manufacturer across 50 countries worldwide, we have IT systems built on virtualized and physical servers with varying complexity. Managing them required disparate tools. With Anthos, we now have a single platform to flexibly and incrementally modernize, ensuring business continuity. Kaiser Kompressoren. This has been an Agpeel audiobook. Agpeel, a good person is always learning. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Check out our other channel content. Have a great day and enjoy life.